Action!
Welcome back to XO. This week on the podcast, we're sponsored. We're playing Anthem with EA. It's going to be fun for us. Brand new game out. It's a shooter. Brian, it's a shooter.
Shootout is a shootout!
This is all about working as a team. So we've all teamed up. We've all got different suits, different strengths. Weirdly, Brian didn't go for the big guy.
I mean, why have on a game what you do every day?
It's a really good point.
It doesn't really feel like a superpower to me. I live it.
That's a good point, yeah.
Mine's confident around women. Ready to launch.
Yeah, let's try and stick together, guys. Where are we headed?
See ya!
Oh, there's someone else. Right, Brian, there you go.
I'm bright green, me. For the money.
You say for the money?
Literally, they're everywhere, these wolves. I'm going to be done by animal cruelty. The RSPC are coming after me at the end of this, I'm telling you.
She kicked a cat on the way here.
Smash! Oh, you're watching a ninja at work now, lads. Look at me go. Oh, I'm killing. Look at this. I'm half expecting the lads here after this to be like, oi mate, no professionals.
Whoa, pterodactyls everywhere. Yeah, that was good.
Take that. I don't care anymore. Daddy's lost his temper. I'm making some progress for this.
Oh, did you see that explosion?
Yeah.
That was me. We're a good team, lads. Just making my way through it. Making my way downtown.
Walking fast.
Let me in, bro.
Oh, we've got the hostages.
Hit him.
Get the hostages. Come on.
Be nice.
Not even a thank you from the hostages. It makes you want to lock them back up.
Right, now where?
To Benidorm to celebrate our win.
There we go.
Complete.
Well done, boys.
Where's the high scores? Come on, let's see who the best was. That's what I'm in this for. Personal glory.
Who got 1,700? Oh, Brian.
Wait, who was...
By 50 points.
Oh, I'm leveling up.
That was Anthem. It's now out on all consoles, so go take a look at it.
Purchase it, use your parents' credit card to just go to town.
Don't do that. 1 year of XO.
Oh, what a year.
It has been a good year, hasn't it?
A classic.
It has been a good year. Do you remember when you came up with the idea?
Yeah, I was...
Go on.
No, I've got nothing.
Will can't be here today because Will sadly sent the group a message and said
he wants to kick a baby over a fence.
Yes.
That was the tweet that he put out.
He also...
So, just to go into Stephen, yeah? Prep for the tour going well then? Brilliant.
For me, yeah, that's why I've got time to be here today. Cause
Yeah.
I've prepped.
Do you actually know what you're doing yet?
Yes, thank you, Cam. Unlike you in your videos.
Where's the live show for us? Because what you should be doing, practice in front of us, we'll give feedback, we're going to improve you. That's what we want to do. That's what XO was really about. We didn't tell you at the start, we thought we need to get these two young child together, look after them, mother them, father them.
I was told we were going to talk about the year of XO and the highs and lows.
Forget it. Go and watch
assassinated.
the tour. Go and get tickets, whatever.
Still tickets available in Cardiff and Ipswich, I'm told.
They are selling like cold tickets, ladies and gentlemen. Someone buy them, please.
You know what it is? In my head now, because I have no idea what's coming, I have to go, don't I?
I know, yeah.
I have to go.
We've got it all planned out now, so it's just writing the jokes.
When's the first one?
I can't wait.
29th of March.
Wow, that's
Jesus.
1 month away, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. 1 little month.
Based on the meetings, I don't think we're allowed to swear that much, and I
really
swear a bit.
Are you joking?
They went no swearing. He went.
But I feel like if it's me, I'm gonna swear.
Oh mate, you can be you, mate. Yeah. Don't hold back.
Truthfully, how do you feel about it right now?
I'm confident. It's not like one of Will's videos. It's not like one of mine. It's something new. There's like something for everyone in the whole talk.
I've got to admit,
it's 90 minutes.
I'm kind of excited to see it, but I actually don't want to be sitting in the audience for it. I want to see it from the wings of the stage.
Well,
I don't know who you think you are.
You're better than those paying people, obviously.
No, it's just that I like to see things.
No, you're too good for the audience. We all know that.
I don't want to sit with normal people.
Well,
do you know what I mean?
YouTubers.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's less that. It's more that I just like to watch. I like to watch Stephen. I like to see behind the scenes. Do you know?
You want to see it from behind?
Yeah, as always.
I'd like to see the first show and the last show to see how it's evolved.
I'm not sure the tour's going to get to the last show, Brian.
Well, we'll hope.
/devolved.
Please welcome Will and Ian. I'm Alex.
Please welcome Will and Ian. Weirdly, Jack, mate. This is
I'm genuine. I can't wait to say it. I
I'm
genuinely
excited.
can't wait.
I'm actually genuinely excited.
If I put my mind to it, it'll be all right.
Yeah.
Except for the Wembley Cup, that didn't work.
Yeah,
But I didn't
but
train for that.
To be
as you
fair, the
saw.
diss track though.
Where's
Let's talk
Cafu-
about some of the old videos.
When's
lads.
Cafu going to be a guest?
Me and Lawrence were in a pub once. We had the idea for XO. First two people on the team sheet,
Yeah.
Will and Stephen.
yeah.
Brilliant. Cam came later. We'll get a Cam.
He's a member.
A huge member.
Not really.
He always comes late.
Yeah.
So I've heard. The reason we got Stephen and Will is basically when we were sat in the pub, I was like, they're the only two. That's it really. No offense, but you were still young in the game. You were still a baby. But I don't even know if I'd seen you even at that point.
I still have.
But it was like not even. I didn't think of anyone else. Because it was like when we did podcasts together, we had such a laugh. So it was like
fun.
we're a natural team. That's going to work.
Stephen was just such a. I remember just. You were so funny to be around that I remember just thinking.
Let's say in the
wanting
past,
around.
Lawrence.
Well, no, I've gotten to know you more. But if I sat here and went, "You are so funny to be around," it would be a bit.
No, I'd love it.
anyway.
I need a boost today.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You're really funny to be around. I love
Thanks,
hanging out with
Lawrence,
you.
yeah.
Do you know that podcast you did when he had that ginger top on? Did you know then that you were going to make it?
Oh, that one. Yeah. No.
No, that was June, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was much before. But it was cooking up that dynamic that we liked.
Yeah.
When I was on the kickoff
Kapow! Oh, just over the bar.
in 2017,
We
that's
spoke
when-
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a good chat then, and obviously Will was like my little Geordie brother on YouTube. So there you go, natural.
Another offspring.
But then we were having a chat in the pub, and a fella who you might have seen banging the goals in on YouTube. He was our striker for XO.
Oh, and again! Get the ball to Elliot. We've got our tactics sorted.
Elliot Hackney suggested XO as the word for the channel because we were playing around with a lot of different words, and we were like, the problem is everything sounds so wanky.
It all sounds like the names they come up with on The Apprentice.
Yeah.
Like
Alexo.
Enterprise. Yeah. Phoenix. Why?
Yeah.
Well, we lost the first round, but we're rising from the flight. All that sort of.
We never said but I know what you mean.
You know what I mean?
It
Imagine
did.
if it was called Phoenix.
Well, I think
That would have been so funny.
what you see on YouTube is a lot of basically they come up with these names that you can tell. Middle-aged men have sat around a fucking boardroom table shooting words out. So we didn't want to go down it to be like really contrived. But like when Elliot came out with XO and obviously fit in with it's a natural match with sport, but then also it doesn't mean too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, and then we started finding meanings. In it,
What
we're really
started
good
getting
at
a bit
is
drunk.
going back and attaching meaning to things, and then going, but XO is like the base of sport, isn't it? It's that's life. It's you against someone else, but a UX and we were like, fuck, that is.
That's what you do when you're drunk.
Yeah,
Fair play.
Brian and I get very deep when we're drunk.
Yeah.
So,
I just fall over and cry.
yeah, as I've witnessed.
XO intro. You did the intro. A lot of that was you
So here's what happened with the trailer.
because that
right?
was terrifying for me.
Brian got to do the first half, which is the bit where Will scores and
The goal.
Brian's going rah down the lens, and then the second half was sort of it's quite conceptual. And the problem with concepts is that it's hard. It's pretty tricky to get the concepts out of your head and into the screen. So before half an hour before you were supposed to see it, I went, Brian's not going to like that. And so I just went to Boltwood and went, take Brian to the pub for 2 hours. We'll sort this.
A lot of our meetings end up like that.
Yeah. So Boltwood goes, don't worry about it, I got this. Yeah, go to the pub. Comes back.
Bearing
2
in
hours
mind,
later.
this was the day before it was supposed to be uploaded. Like we'd done the whole 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 the days thing. We'd had it
Brilliant.
all strategy planned out. It was
Really good.
It was lame, but it worked.
I thought it was amazing at the time.
I was bricking it.
Yeah.
Because I really wanted this to be a good launch video. You know what I mean?
So there's like a screen down the middle of the room where we were editing, and Boltwood and I sat in one room as we heard it blasting out the speakers in the other room, and Brian just going, and then he walked in and went, I love it! And we were like, oh, thank fuck. And I've never seen Boltwood look so relieved as in that
Because
moment.
at the same time, while you were doing that, me and Boltwood were editing the KSI Joe Weller Walk the Walk documentary.
Putting the final touches on.
I love
because
the
that was meant
pitch.
to go the day out after
Yeah.
the trailer.
So we had that was one of the most stressful weekends of my working life. Yeah.
I quite enjoyed
And I used to
those.
dive with sharks.
Yeah.
Should mention it more.
I remember being. I remember we did the reads that Lawrence had written the lines out.
Oh, yeah.
And me and Will, after we'd done the reads, to play the game right, and those can be your X and O's for life, like all that shit.
Yeah.
Me and Will walked out of the room.
I wanted to cry.
Me and Will looked
after
at each other and were like, "Fuck, was that wanky shit we were just saying into a microphone? This is going to be terrible."
Brian was fuming.
I just thought, like, this makes no sense. But when I watched the video, I was like, all right, that works actually.
Except for my blocked nose, that didn't work on it.
Yeah, I do think I saved the voiceover a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
Launch.
It was
A lot of people like that.
Will reading it was genuinely reading it, going, "Really?" Like every line, and I was just fucking say it. Just say the line, and you'll
Will
see it.
second guesses everything, but this must have really fucked with his head because it
Also,
sounded so wanky.
Not only that, but it was the first video we were doing on the channel. So the look of fear on his face was like, "Are all the videos going to be like this? Like, is it all going to be this bollocks?" Like that was a real problem, but we overcame that.
I think I had a lot of confidence in it. Hence why I didn't have any input. I just went, they've got it.
What did you think when you first seen it?
I really enjoyed it.
All right.
I thought, oh, what are we going to do on EXO?
Genuinely, we didn't answer any of that, but I kind of like that. What did you? Because you weren't in EXO at the time.
I thought the exact same as you. I thought it would be predominantly just a football channel because obviously most of the video was football. It was interesting though because at that time there was just the Sidemen, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Now there's Nico's got one, hasn't he? Like a new squad
has
has
he?
out. There's a lot of people are doing this
down.
squad.
Everyone's
thing
going
now.
into the
Leave it
groups. aren't they?
leave it out.
Social
Do you know what I mean?
climbers.
Strength in numbers.
Why give them a shout out?
There's the Sidemen. There was Team 10, but do you know what I mean?
R.I.P. Team 10. Cholesterol's a killer.
Can I ask you a question? You know how I was saying about
Poor Nick.
It's going to be.
I didn't even remember it.
It's going to be. I said it was going to be football. I thought it was going to be football. Did you think when you made the channel it would be like it's gone down the route you thought it would have went down?
I honestly didn't think of that when it first came out. For me, it was like most people never get beyond the point where so people make a YouTube video and then they just keep trying to remake their peak video and their audience grow into that. And they're trying to remake it. And so they grow, but not enough. And EXO for me was like, we were supposed to get into a group and then all grow together. And because we were real people, that would really help the channel grow, and I think to some extent that's happened.
We're consistent with entertainment, I think.
Then obviously the trailer comes out, and then the big documentary comes out.
JJ, you did everything you said you were going to do. I taught the talk, and I walked the walk.
For YouTube standards, that was a pretty good.
It was
Pretty
very
good video.
I think it made KSI delay his documentary by a year.
Oh yeah,
They must have watched that and gone,
well, the thing is, in my head, I kept thinking the amount of access that KSI's team had with him, and then Joe Weller, his team had with him. I thought if we can just make something that's fits nicely between them as like a middle ground view of the whole fight, we've done well there.
Yeah.
And when I seen it, I was like, oh, this is a good little thing about me, but. The idea for EXO was to do more stuff like that, and I guess when I look back at it, we've gone down like different roads, and I do think I'd like to do more stuff that's centered around a character in the group where we can push them a bit, but we haven't managed it. Do you know what I mean? I wanted to do more. I think like Try Sports News for me was like a good. I know, like, I don't know for you lads, like you two are the ones who do it, so you're like, yeah, it's just a video. But to me, I really enjoyed Try Sports News.
it's so much fun.
Turn it down so it doesn't distract your wife.
Sexy women and goals. It's Try Sports News.
Do you want to take sport too seriously and monetize it? This is Try Sport News.
The first one was just we didn't have anything planned really, did we?
No.
Well, we had some bits planned, and then it was just
Riffing.
just shouting horrific accusations about sports.
But I loved that the dynamic, and I thought that was like a different, even though you've done loads of comedy stuff, it was like a different way of seeing you work, like a different character almost of you.
That's why I enjoyed it. Was that was exactly what I wanted to do when we first started. Was like change. So I didn't want to ever like make anyone look stupid. I just meant like, I want.
You don't want to kind of put people in their comfort zone over and over and over again.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed seeing people in different lights.
So, like,
I think even the documentary was like a different light for you. Like you were, you know, like even people. I know it sounds funny, but people seeing you on the beach or like chatting and like.
Did you ever used to come to the beach as a kid?
Yeah, I like the beach. It's good. What an iconic line that.
There's a.
Does that get to you when people say that?
No.
Nah.
Why would it?
Anyone taking the piss out of me, more than welcome.
Also, what he does genuinely love the beach.
But it was it was well, actually, if you watch it, it's the context of what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's quite dark, but it was like a little break in the boxing match, and it just was put in a really funny, weird time.
Well, it's also just like if you edit someone enough, you will see.
I love how Cam's trying to hold his laugh back as if like I would be offended.
When you edit someone enough, though, you start to like see them as a character rather than as a person, and like that was what happened with Craig and I. Was we just watched your interviews and all your bits so much that you became more of like a character or like a separate thing. And so when we started all these little quotes, which are like, yeah, I love the beach and things like that, it just looked funny. Yeah. And then when I find it funny, everyone like, you know, Craig finds it funny and then Stephen finds it funny. So
I couldn't believe how quickly we got to 500,000. I was fucking shocked.
I believe it's when I did my job video here.
We got to 400
that
pretty
just
quick.
took
that was a really fun day. The great day when we shot your sketch was a really good day.
It was really good.
That was so funny.
So she's got her lips around the old single barrel pump action yogurt rifle.
Hold on, Brian. You see, the other night my mum was out at Pilates, so being the randy rascal that I am, I went onto YouTube.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. This
Randy Rascal.
Never do I think about how the hell am I doing this for a job more than when I'm.
And then me and Stephen went to play football not long after that, didn't we?
Oh, that was when.
Same day we went to Paris.
It's like Bandersnatch. You can have two routes: either go to Paris, meet Cavani, or go to some training ground and meet some other men.
You have to.
Yeah.
And that was our first. I wondered what our dynamic would be like when it was just me and him, but smashed it. To be honest with you, we saved that video. That would have been the worst video ever made if we didn't just take the piss the entire time.
I feel like we can't go there and try and be footballers with them.
But ironically,
the
on the heads and volleys, we were equally as good.
Yeah.
That was the tragedy.
Well, yeah, Jeremy refused to head the ball, I think. Because he
feeling's
realised
gone,
how hard it was.
To be fair, the ball was hard.
Rock solid.
Yeah. And then
it was a lot.
He refused to head the ball.
Well, he didn't want to because
hair.
I think doing that all day it's just grim.
It was a horrible,
yeah,
horrible video to make.
He's only got to head it once. He does it first time.
It's true, actually.
Yeah. Bang, goal. Thank you. You're off. What?
I'll never forget the moment where we were playing Jenga and
Kaplunk, as you call
and it. The Hungry Professor line is dropped by Stephen.
The Hungry Professor. Everyone's favourite move.
And what is the Hungry Professor?
Oh, just nutting everywhere. Oh, it's the Nutty Professor. Why have I put the Hungry Professor?
Obviously, bearing in mind, the F2 lads are family-friendly content, and we're obviously
they're not friendly.
Stephen's dropping lines like that, and I could feel the tension in the room, but I was so comfortable with it. I was laughing my fucking tits
I think
off.
you went there with the intention of making it as uncomfortable as possible, which is why when Billy is sat like this in the chair and he goes,
"Can we put that in?
What about your sex position? What sex position would you most likely to do?"
He didn't have to ask that.
Yeah, it was a bit of a weird one, wasn't it? I thought that was strange at the time.
Initially, I thought they were in on the joke, you know, like an office thing where they're just trying to look awkward.
Yeah.
And then when you put it in the outtakes, I was like...
I really take a lot of credit in the fact that was as if we'd set it up to look awkward.
Oh, it's horrific. I can't watch that.
No,
it's just
have
like...
you seen the outtakes that we put out last week?
Yeah, I get to 9 minutes and that's it for me.
Just when he starts bursting out laughing, just like...
That took the edge off me.
You can tell I don't give a f***
Yeah.
at that point. I didn't care because I thought this is the fact that we're capturing how awkward this is just had me howling.
And Will and I were then off in Paris having such a lovely time, just staying in a
sellotape and fucking pillows to your feet running through.
We weren't sellotaping. You take the waistband out of and then you tie them around your feet. It was
running around Paris.
Night loved it
on your face.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I probably would have rather have been in Paris.
Paris was
Cavani's
pretty
a
amazing.
Man.
He's very handsome, very nice. And when we got to the hotel, genuinely, there was a massive X&O in the lobby, and I remember looking at it and just being like, "That's so weird." Like the first job that we went to.
Was that not planned?
No.
Oh, shit.
That was just in the hotel. It was probably the fanciest hotel I've ever stayed in.
I think the next big video we did, well, unless you want to remember the Champions League, but that was a bit non-eventful one.
Which Champions League?
Exactly. Will and his birthday.
You quite enjoyed Will and his birthday because you wanted to drive these cars.
I drove a Ferrari.
Yeah. I remember looking at you and thinking, I can see you having a midlife crisis.
I'm a long way off midlife crisis.
Yeah, I know, but I can sort of see ahead. I can see you in a Ferrari in like 15 years' time.
I would love a Ferrari.
Yeah.
If anyone's watching wants to buy me one, the 458 would be my preferred choice.
Did that give you a bit of a bug to drive a car like that?
Yeah.
I remember what offended me most was that you often say offensive things, but the guy that you're with during the video,
he was a right old man, wasn't he?
Yeah, and you two were having banter at the time.
He loved me.
So you got to drive. What did you get to drive?
A Nissan something.
So I don't have to change gear?
Use these to change gear. Flappy paddles, like one left and right.
Flappy one.
Up that one, left.
Sort of tearing the up, just one of those. All of this action going on. If you're watching, Mum, so do I now.
I would love to do that again, but a bit more, on dry surface where we can actually really put the foot down.
Yeah.
I remember Pete afterwards going, didn't really put the foot down. I thought, was pissing down, mate.
You could have sped up the footage on mine. Just give me a chance.
We did. It went to 120%, I think.
My favourite bit was Will driving that rickety or.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
And the guy going, change gear, and Will's like, like just struggling like fuck, bless him.
No one
else.
else.
He's a favourite child because he's the one who gets a birthday video.
Yeah, I didn't.
No one makes any effort for my birthday.
No pomp and circumstance for this.
Yeah.
To be fair,
we made loads of effort for your birthday. We just didn't film it.
Would have made for a good video though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, we did karaoke. It was a good night.
Good.
Wow.
I went to see the UFC
Ironic.
after that.
Oh,
That was a fun video.
And Michael Bisping, I interviewed him.
That was all in one day, really.
Shout
wasn't
out to EA. Thank you for that. Another great memory from them.
Yeah.
They're also sponsoring this video, aren't they?
I mean, love them.
Yeah.
Love the guys. So I met Bisping, then we went to see the UFC. We were sat next to JJ and Carl Freezy, watching people get knocked out. It was a good time.
I didn't realise how rough it was.
Yeah.
UFC. I know that sounds ridiculous, but the TV makes it look.
And that was just the toilets.
So it was also quite funny because you got along and I think you read the vibe quite well, but I was also worried because at one point Stephen started shouting, "Wrap those sweet thighs" around that guy.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And I remember just thinking, the people around us are either going to love or hate this.
We were in the fancy bit though.
Yeah. And there were people laughing around us.
They were just necking on.
Yeah.
Well, why does that get them off? Two men just battering each other.
Yeah, there was a foreign couple behind us. I don't know where they're from. They look like Brazilian or sort of.
I didn't see down there.
Nah. But there were times where Steve and I were trying to film, and they were just kissing as much as they could between our heads.
They knew what they were doing.
Yeah, it was weird.
We did after that Tony Bellew and Troy Deeney.
Oh yeah.
Those were two great back-to-back interviews from really honest.
If you could interview another sports star now, who would it be?
Xabi Alonso.
Well, that was Xabi Alonso. Was after that. Yeah.
Rafa Benitez.
Oh, that'd be good.
We did the conspiracy theory podcast,
Jesse
which is
Lingard.
currently sat on 1 million views.
Wow, Jesus.
I suggested we do another one of those. It's not really. It's frowned upon by YouTube right now. They're not really enjoying the conspiracy theory talk.
No, especially not
Shane
the paedophile
Dawson's,
conspiracies. Shat all over.
Yeah, basically he's doing conspiracy theory stuff and they're not giving him. I don't know if they're monetizing it or whatever.
Who cares?
He puts a lot of effort in, to be fair. I think, they just don't like it when people talk about edgy things, do they?
Yeah.
It's just stuff that you can't really associate ads with. Do you know what I mean?
Listen to the comments on this video, because I'm wondering what people have said about
what
it.
I heard there was Paul died in a Ford Mondeo.
I'd love you to do a conspiracy theorist character.
Yeah, I'd
That'd
like
be
to.
awesome.
But my friend does a good Derek OCTORA.
Yeah.
So
I've never tasted
like
his
those.
curries. I would like to do more videos with you where you do characters or you do like bits.
I just need to do stuff there.
Yeah.
Generally.
But to be fair, you've recently had your equipment stolen.
Yeah.
Wasn't your fault.
That wasn't the best.
Explain.
Basically, it was a stinker.
It wasn't Spencer again, was it?
No, this time.
He just started lashing out at YouTubers.
We filmed a podcast. So I had 2 tripods, 2 mics, 2 cameras. Filmed that for about 2 hours.
Who? You and Max?
Me, Max, Tom, and my friend Cameron.
Right.
Who you may know as Big Jake.
Right.
Did that. And then it was... Yeah, we decided to play five-a-side after it, so parked up at this place. We were there early, so we went, we'll grab a drink and watch the first half of the Champions League. Off we go, and it was literally like half an hour. Come back, I'm walking around the side of the car, and I just see... I always walk with my head down because of my self-esteem. I just see the glass on the floor, and I go, that's weird. And then look up and just see that windows have been put through. So I just walk away from the car straight away, because I'm like, if they're still around, they're going to twat me with a hammer. Because why not?
Low self-esteem.
Yep. And then he's like, what are you doing? Why are you running off? And I went, just look at the other side of your car. So he saw that and was just like, fuck.
That's terrible. Do you think it's God telling you, you've not done enough videos, I'll take this away?
Maybe. Or it's, I left my bag on the front seat.
Yeah.
It's an interesting thing for an atheist to come out with. Like.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I'll tell you this, though.
If God does exist, that's the kind of stuff he'd do.
My XO kit was in there because I was playing five-a-side. I'm always branded, you know. But, and this might hurt you. That bag was found. Camera's gone, but the XO kit's still there.
They did not know what they had.
I know.
Yeah.
The most valuable thing.
The fleecy top is one of my favourite clothing items as well.
Have you still got that?
Hopefully, yeah. That's the...
Boltwood still wears that almost on a daily basis, coming to all the videos. And James.
Oh, you represent.
I like it, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's safe.
How did you feel though? Like right when you saw it?
Gutted, and then it's either you let it get the best of you or you just try and make light of it.
So did the police come?
So what he did, opens his phone, Instagram stories,
Yeah.
brilliant. Finally some content.
Jokes on you.
That's generally what I thought. Content. There's one bit I didn't put on. It's me, I'm just filming the car for like, just in case insurance needed it, my mate, for his car. And this bloke comes over going, park it over there next time, mate. And I was like, really? You don't f***ing say, because we'll be coming back soon, won't we? Love the footy. And then he's going, it's not ideal, is it? No. I'm like,
No.
no, it's not.
You're right there, mate. Being robbed isn't ideal. You're right.
It was ridiculous. I was waiting for him to go, they've put the windows through as well. It was just the most annoying.
Is there no CCTV right now?
There is, yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
I've watched that. Although the guy who sent me it, I don't think he realised the sound was on, so he's commentating over it to his mate going, stupid, leaving the bags on the front seat. And so I messaged him saying,
this is amazing.
That is.
So I messaged him going, cheers for the footage, mate. And he went, anytime. Anytime. I don't want it more.
Anytime you get burgled, just come to me.
Can I get between 350 and 435 last week, please? Anytime, mate, anytime. Can you send us that footage?
Oh, no.
Was he supposed to send that to you or not?
Yeah. I don't know if I need to give it to the police. I probably should.
You probably should, yeah.
But,
and then the police can comment over it.
Let's be honest, what's more important, content or the law?
The police don't care. If the guy who has me cameras, I would happily get them back without saying anything.
Yeah.
Because the police don't want it. He's not going to give them back for free.
Yeah.
He's good on a bike though. Very quick and nippy. He's done it before. Fair play to the lad. In and out.
Very
speedy.
quick, yeah.
Although he got my deceased nan's bag, which meant a lot to me. Little for so you're going to find someone bigger to smash your face in.
Brian?
I'm here.
Yeah.
Thank you. But no, he's just a little scummy Salford twat, and hope his family hate him.
Yeah.
They probably do.
Yeah. Where is Statman Dave nowadays?
Speaking of football, we played at St James's Park.
Oh yeah.
The game was terrible.
I had a bit of fun, though, but it was just a bit of fun.
Nobody really.
It wasn't a
passed
bit
to me.
of fun though. It was people taking it too seriously.
Yeah,
you know?
no one passed to me. Around that time,
cloud.
we went to that event, met the fans, and there was the fight.
Some Man the City.
Yeah.
And that was when you joined EXO.
Was that officially when
That
you
was
decided?
sort of when we were like,
Kind of.
yeah, go on then.
When the Q&A lagged and
Go
we
on
thought
then.
we probably bloody need Cam at this point. Yeah.
And that's when all the girls were asking about you, and that's when we realised. Got a little heart throb in my hands
Can
here,
I
lads.
ask you
Another one.
honestly,
Yeah.
why did you add me? Because I think about it, I think
idea.
the comments clearly say it every time,
I don't know.
except for the last video.
I just don't know.
I think the reason we added you was because we liked you. First of all, we liked you, and you know, Stephen was outvoted. So ultimately,
What happened with that? Was I just said, don't announce it. Get to the point where Cam in the videos is just
normal.
natural.
Yeah.
And
Lawrence had already made the video by that point. It was like,
but I didn't title the video
Fucking hell.
Cam Kirkham joins XO. Or
That was-
XO's
was that
new
Will?
member. That was Will and Boltwood between them who cooked that one up.
cooked it up.
Yeah.
Cooked it up. Yeah, we're cooking up a title here. lads.
Yeah. Between them, they go, what factors do we have here? Right, we've got XO, we've got Cam Kirkham. Right, what else can we... And then, bam, it came.
In my
That was
opinion,
very well edited because I thought I wasn't that good in that video.
the
Me too.
reason we brought in Cam Kirkham is we wanted the best and brightest young YouTubers to join us.
Nico wasn't available.
And
That's actually true. No.
I've already proved on a fucking lie detector I didn't ask for Nico.
From the group chat, I don't remember seeing Nico's name in it.
No.
I just kept saying Max.
No,
I'd love
to be
Max
fair, when we
He's
first started
bedbound.
EXO, or came up with the idea, Nico was one of the people I said was a really good up and coming YouTuber, but you've got to find people who fit in with your dynamic,
Yeah.
and that's why you're a natural, one of us.
Cheers,
One of
mate.
the
I
lads.
appreciate that.
I think you've developed a lot over the videos as well. Not just
Lovely
on
pair
this
of
channel,
breasts.
on your channel as well.
On a serious note, truthfully, from the start, because you are all, how I saw it was, it's like, imagine like a boy band, right? And they add like another member. It's always going to be a time frame for them to like ease in.
Gel.
Exactly. And I feel like that's just coming now. Whereas at the start, I felt kind of, not awkward, but I felt like I was kind of,
Under pressure.
yeah.
I can see it in the video. So
We
No, I
went
just
out
felt
when
like
we
I
shot
had
that.
to like uptight, like I had to make it.
say
joke.
something calm.
Yeah.
When are you going to say something funny? Do you know what I mean?
Still waiting for it. Just there we go.
I remember the first time that we went out to film the video. It was you, James, and I, and we all we just shot the video for a day and sort of got as much.
Do you know my favourite thing about you, Cam? Genuinely,
Genitals.
not joking.
Heterosexual.
Your attitude is superb. You've got a good attitude
Not towards
to life,
foreigners though.
to work. You're motivated. You don't take yourself too seriously. We rip the piss out of you. You can handle it. You remind me, because obviously I always relate everything back to diving. Sorry about that. But when I was an apprentice, you get the shit ripped out of you. That's what happens. And then one day, the new guy comes. You're now in with the main lads, and then you're the one dishing out the shit. And that is exactly what you've gone through. But you've never once ever been like annoyed, took it badly. You make good videos, and I believe in you. So there you go.
He takes it well.
Thanks, mate. I think
You're
it's
so likable.
cheers, mate. Well, that's we disagree. I think it's just with obviously I've played football in men's 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 football change rooms. That's just taking the piss out.
That's not how you wash it. Give it here.
That did actually happen.
And then comes XOFC.
Are we missing stuff there?
Yeah, loads.
What's
What about EXO life advice?
I'm in year 9 and I'm a girl. Before you ask, no thanks, Stephen. Yes.
Oh, that's a shame because you've got a good sense of humour.
The first video for that, I thought that was the first video, well, comedy style that you was done where I was like, oh, I've not really seen like the way it was edited, you know, like different. Where like if he said something, it would be contradicting to what you said.
Brilliant.
And that
I thought it was good.
It was well
created by
edited.
XO.
Shout out,
Know
Craig.
the channel.
Shout out to Craig. Craig edited a lot of these videos. Did a really good job of it. Trying to think where else we've been because we've been to a couple of places.
I think the XO. Oh, you went to Madrid, didn't you?
New York was Madrid was
after-
fun.
that
We had
was
a good
after
time
when
in
we
Madrid, didn't we?
It would be amazing. If it was
Tell me about New York.
New York.
I've seen a lot of traffic.
A lot of traffic. Yeah, that was mainly
Especially
for
to the
getting the what's it called? game, the
MetLife
New York
Stadium.
Giants game. Yeah, it was quite relaxed. He's like,
We-
do what you want. Apart from Boltwood's bath time, which he insisted on every night.
We ate a lot of good food while we were out there.
Oh,
as
you
well.
took Will for a lovely meal, didn't you?
So we went to Times Square and we got this amazing like lobster dinner.
Ooh.
And I've never seen a plate that big. It looked like, the plates that you normally have for dinner. It was like 3 times the size of that. Wow. Massive. There was so much pasta, so much lobster. We were just
Then it became an eating challenge.
Yeah.
Well, to me it did.
There's nothing sexy.
Yeah, Will had a good time.
He was editing videos.
He was editing. I think it was quite stressful.
What else are you going to do in New York?
Yeah. Come to the edit capital of the world.
I love the fact that he's sitting on his bed, right, just typing away. In the edit.
Cut there.
Yeah, he's
there,
loving it. He's loving it.
there.
In old New York.
Yeah.
Just looking out the window.
When he did come out, he did embrace it.
Yeah.
It was all new to me, whereas I think Will had seen it, done it. Would you go back?
Yeah, I love New York. If I could, I'd live in New York.
Like, if Logan and JJ rematch.
Yeah.
Like, and we can go and do what the hell we want. Then I'm going back.
Right.
Then I'll go, and I'll do it my way.
We're an underdogs lot, aren't we? We're the ones who've been thrown together, a bunch of misfits at the last minute.
Should we talk about XOFC? We never really did that. That was a good experience with the lads, wasn't it?
I enjoyed that. As a horrific footballer, I still enjoyed like the training.
Yeah.
And the team, like all the team was so nice. And very good.
Do you want to do that again, lads?
Yeah,
definitely. I'd definitely do 5 or 6 aside.
I would love to do a YouTube 5-a-side tournament.
I feel like 11. I don't think that there's enough good footballers on YouTube for 11-a-side. But I think for 5-a-side, we could have a really good tournament there.
Yeah.
You could also mix it up and it would be really fun. And then afterwards, you commentate on it like FIFA Street.
Yeah.
Can you remember when we played that 5-a-side after the podcast that time?
Yeah.
That was really fun, wasn't it?
Fun night.
No, I had a great time. And we actually performed as a 5. I would fancy our chances. Because, like a lot of these football teams on YouTube, they pad it with actual semi-pro players and like people like who are going to get into the pros at some point. But as 5 actual YouTubers, and I'm going on record, I think we'd beat any team out there.
Mate, you were quick in 5-a-side.
No, like short distance, I'm surprisingly.
You're like pulling a caravan in a 11-a-side, don't you?
Yeah, it is. No, it's.
Do you know what you're laughing at? You turn like the Titanic.
That's Boltwood laughing there.
Go on, Boltwood, go on.
Boltwood, you turn like Titanic.
No, I must admit, I'm like a Boeing 747 in an 11-a-side game, but I can't help the way I'm built. Do you know what I mean? It's just who I am. Put me in other sports, I might do better. But I love 5-a-side. It's so fun.
I think that's what I'd love to do in XO in the next year is try some more sports out. Extreme sports, some of them. So I'd love. Can you skydive, or are you?
I'll definitely never skydive in my life. Guarantee that.
Can you wait on the ground
Not voluntarily?
No, I'm not even ashamed to admit it. And it's not just that. It's like when I do anything, I always think worst case scenario.
Right.
Now, worst case scenario.
You're too heavy for the parachute.
Skydiving. I'm not thinking about the parachute. I'll be fine for the parachute.
Right.
If the parachute doesn't fucking work, which has happened before.
Yeah.
In history. Worst case scenario, you fly to your certain death.
Yeah. True Geordie died today when the weirdest thing would be.
So that'll not be me though. It'll be you.
Can either confirm or deny.
Right. You're the one most likely to die.
What? Okay.
Out of not paying attention.
You think I'm the one fitting my own parachute?
No,
that's my worry. Is we take Boltwood and Boltwood's the one who fixes the parachute onto me, and then when he goes, "There's no memory cards in the parachute." Boltwood. Oh, Boltwood! Boltwood!
No, but I can imagine you flying to your certain death, just saying to yourself, "I knew this day would happen."
Yeah. And just James behind me, just going, "I'm having the time of my life." That would be fun.
Just trying to catch you.
Yeah, just that's what you need to do in mid-air would be like the sort of James Bond-esque sort of collide, and then we both parachute to the ground, hanging onto each other. Yeah, make a great video. I'll give you that. I'd love you to fly the plane.
Have you ever seen? Have you ever seen that?
I don't like flying at all.
I'll try first class.
But the thing is, when I was younger, I could just be like, listen to my music or whatever.
Now you're older, hate music.
No, because the thing is, I've worked in an industry where it's life and death before, and I always think to myself, when I'm on a plane, I'm like, God, I hope we got some people who are paying attention looking after this plane.
They do.
But it happens, man. It's not like a rarity.
That is actually, just to be absolutely clear, that is actually quite rare. The amount of flights that happen every year. I know there's a lot of helicopter accidents, but
I understand what stats say.
Yeah.
All right. But at the end of the day,
I understand facts.
People die. Do you know what I mean? And I always say, no, this is the point. Listen to my point.
Conspiracy theory.
If something goes wrong with your car
Yeah.
and you veer off the road, whatever, you'll be okay. If something goes wrong with a motorbike or whatever equipment you're using at any point, camera up, we lose the footage. It happens.
You're alive.
Right? If something goes wrong with the plane,
Yeah.
that's it.
I get that.
That's it. So that doesn't sit well with me. Do you understand?
Yeah.
I don't like it.
My mum's air stewardess. She hasn't died yet.
Yeah. What?
There's time, but she hasn't.
Cam, we need to tell you. No.
Sorry. I'm just no.
Can I ask you all what's been your what's
High
been
point,
that
low point.
what's been that? Yeah, I was going to go high point, low point. So first of all, what's been the low point for you of EXO?
My low point would probably be, I think it was shortly when I started EXO, I had that and I had another project I had to do. So I was like a lot of filming. I've messed up with my own channel. And so I just sort of lost my way with that a bit. But I enjoyed EXO. It was just the other thing that I really didn't like. But I was in a bad mood.
I
for a
remember
while.
that, yeah.
Quite difficult to work with.
Me?
You're still doing brilliant numbers though. It's not like you fucked it or anything like that.
No, but I've definitely lost my way in terms of writing. I'll get back.
No, I agree with you. And I guess that this live show is a way of you getting back in.
Yeah.
And also you're going to really test it. Because I must admit, I look at your live show and I think that this is a nice baby step into the future of where you're going to end up. So you get to go on a live show with your mate, do a load of funny shit and have a good time and prove to people and yourself that you can do this.
Yeah.
But eventually you're going to do stand-up, aren't you? Like, to me, that must be, if you enjoy this and you get the bug, that'll be the next step for you.
With any luck.
Am I wrong?
Hopefully. I'd like to do stand-up again. It was just the nerves.
Also,
but when you've got your mate there with you, it won't be as bad, will it?
Yeah.
If he's having a breakdown.
You can lean on him.
Will.
I think the hardest thing for me is the behind-the-scenes stuff. There's a lot of like going from being a YouTuber to having a company together and having to do all the meetings and all of that and worry about how to run a business financially. Which is what people don't see. That was not a low point, but a good learning experience for me.
A curve that we're still on.
It was a very stressful time at one point, but I've gotten used to. All right, well, I've got my YouTube channel, EXO, the kick and just balancing so many things going at once. And like you say, you do drop in plates occasionally or whatever, but it's just getting used to it, doing lots more things. So that was hard. High points would be the KSI Joe Weller documentary that was actually about me. Because
I love the beach.
When I remember when we made that, just little things like the music at the start when it comes in, when JJ goes, I walk the walk, mother, and the music hits. Little things that I really took pride in it, like, oh yeah, that's the music and that's the moment. And that got me like my love of playing around with music to footage and stuff like that. I just enjoyed that, and I
enjoyed the
felt
day
like
out.
when we made it, I was like, and don't get me wrong, JJ's documentary is really good, and I didn't think Joe's did him justice and the journey he'd been on, but he did the best with what he had.
Justice for Joe.
Hashtag. Yeah. I was really proud of the video, and I was really happy with that. And then
we had a good day shooting, didn't we? That was a fun day, just shooting around Newcastle.
Yeah, you got to come to Newcastle, and we got to have a bit of bonding time. It
was good.
Just us.
We got to go to the beach. We got to go to where you used to grow up.
St. James.
It was quite nice to see.
I took you around my neighbourhood as a kid, and that was good because you got to see just how skint I was.
Yeah.
And my other high point was weirdly, after we lost to the F2 in the Wembley Cup, seeing all the fans and thanking all the fans, because we got, like, no doubt, but I don't give a what anyone says, we were the most loved team at that event, on and off screen.
Thank God the sidemen didn't come.
and the way the fans took to us as a bunch of lads was like I've never experienced anything like that.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
How did that feel when you four came on in that row?
I was just the pants. So my head was gone.
I was like, shit, that's amazing. That.
Well, I remember turning around thinking, oh, let's make a moment here. So that's when I was like, come on. And I knew we'd be absolutely right, but it was like, but in my head, because we'd been like 10 months of making the channel to have that moment, and do you know what was funny? I remember the Raw going and then running up the pitch, and I remember even though we're obviously footballers, that made an impact on the game in some way. And I remember looking at the defenders as I'm running next to them, and they're looking at me thinking, fuck, he's a big lad or whatever, and they all were like, oh fuck, as if I was like a good player.
But they didn't know.
But no, but I was just like, hello lads. Like, I was just excited.
Having that unknown factor of someone coming on who's huge, who looks intimidating, is a really big...
Oh man, that cheer was like one of the best moments ever.
Warming up with you was quite fun. We go for a little run and everyone
Yeah.
like, Stephen, love you, Stephen.
It's because they didn't care about the game at that point.
Yeah, they were just looking away and we were just warming
my
up.
biggest regret is that we just didn't play the full match. But if we had have done and we'd been annihilated, it wouldn't have been fun for us either. So my main regret is that the Wembley Cup wasn't structured in a way that actually gives the people who pay the tickets a chance to see the actual, like Joe Weller getting 2 minutes, Chris MD getting 2 minutes. It wasn't a joke.
And then the kids' idols.
But that,
unfortunately,
the whole tournament was just overly competitive and not in the spirit of YouTube enough. So if we ever do it again, I'm going to make a point of saying I'll only do it if
those two aren't in it. Yeah.
If it's actual YouTube.
Can you remember the first tackle of the game when it was on me? That semi-pro football
crunch.
Just came.
Yeah.
Which one?
Like,
I remember feeling quite protective of you on the side, thinking like, shit,
I was
they're really going for
screaming that whole time.
But me?
No, everyone else.
Get up, man.
Low point for me was definitely I think it was the second time I've met yous when we've done the podcast World Cup. Can you remember? Yeah. Oh, that was the first time I met you. I did so, like, I talked like once, and after the comments, the top comment was like, it was like something like, what's the point in having, or like, he looks lost or something.
Sorry for
and that actually really, that was the first comment that was like,
oh yeah, I remember. And then you made the video on your channel afterwards explaining why, and I was like,
yeah, I had to do that, but I was like,
upsetting.
That I got was
you were going through a bad time, weren't you?
Yeah. But you know, and the high point is probably the last one. You know, that EXO lie detector 2.
You killed it.
I mean, I carried that video. My back still fucking killing off it. But you know what I mean?
I'm not even going to lie to you. You absolutely did. Have you thought of any of the EXO girlfriends in a sexual way?
No.
Is that it? Say sorry.
Oh. Was it Will's girlfriend?
No.
What your low point?
I've got nothing.
Oh right, okay. We've done a lot of editing this year, which was.
Hates the editing, Lawrence.
I just don't enjoy editing for a long time. Yeah. It's often how there's been a lot of high points. I just really enjoyed the travel bits. Like, it's been really lovely to get to know all you guys more and travel with you and I really enjoyed spending one-on-one time away with you. I want more of that with Brian away, just us spending time together. Awesome. And then you and I really enjoyed the day when we just got to shoot your video and go to Buckingham Palace. And like,
that was nice, mate.
Nice. Yeah. And then going to Paris with Will was fun. I just wish we could make more travel videos. I want to use this as a vehicle to go and do more stuff. I don't want to use it as a vehicle to just get numbers. You know what I mean? That's one way. Yeah. I mean, everyone. There's something for everyone, so to speak.
High point would be New York or the Wembley Cup when we beat the F2.
Oh, yeah.
I wish that we could have beat the F2 in New York.
That would have been perfect.
That would have been a good moment. I want to know, the final thing is, what's your goal for the next year?
We can't give too much away, but some of the next travel things are likely to be physically challenging.
I've got a dodgy shoulder.
Brian and I are going to cycle to Ipswich for your show. It's going to be great.
Doing a charity.
And the other 2 tickets we sold.
Yeah.
Good.
Good old Ipswich.
I think try and hit 1 million in the next year. That'd be good.
If you don't hit 1 million...
No, not me. The XO.
Oh.
No, you can hit 1 million.
You could. What are you on?
Too mainstream.
What are you on?
7.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Let's make that the goal. I think 1 million subscribers for EXO.
EXO.
That's the goal.
And integrate 1 or 2 new members. So I'd quite like Con to become a member of EXO. I'd quite like Max to become a member of EXO.
There's enough big lads in this.
Yeah.
Probably 1 million, but I just want to have a good time, mate. To be fair, I just want to have a nice time with my
Get
friends.
your trousers
Well,
off.
2 friends.
Get in the shower.
Yeah, Stephen always asks us to get
Bend
your trousers
over.
down.
And feel me power.
Thank you very much to EA and Anthem, their brand new game, for sponsoring this podcast. It's all about sort of unlikely combinations and teaming up with people, so we thought it was a perfect time to do a good brand deal with those guys. Thanks, EA. EA have been very good to us this year.
They have.
Love them.
If you want to go take a look at the game, there's a link in the description and see it. It's fantastic.
What's
apparently.
XO's Anthem?
Probably Cascada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time we touch.
I was thinking the other one, but fair enough. See ya!
She's got another one.
Yeah.